Hi, my name is Jesse J. Hoon. I'm the playwright of 12 Chairs. After I graduated from my BFA program, I spent a lot of time in the city, sort of being part of a lot of new work development as an actor. So I'd watch all the actors kind of uh, develop all these new plays, uh, and I'd take part in it as well. But I'd see the playwrights really get to like fix and rework and workshop their scripts in these environments, and I'd see over many years the plays sort of changing and growing depending on who was working on them, depending on where the playwright uh, uh, was in their development process. And so from that I really got interested in getting more into writing, and I went to a place called the Dunson Center in Berlin and decided to write a play about it. And in 2018, I submitted it. No, 2019. In 2019, I submitted it here at the O'Neill and got to the finalist round and decided, oh, okay, I guess I'm half competent at this. Uh, and from there, decided to pursue playwriting uh, in grad school, which I went to Hunter College for 2 years. Came out with 7 plays, and I've been doing a lot of new play development around New York and the sort of East Coast for a while because of it. 12 Chairs is about a former nobleman in the Soviet Union who found out that his spiteful mother in law sewed all of his jewels into one of their old dining room chairs before they were seized during the Russian Revolution. So he teams up with a con artist and they journey all across the Soviet Union to try and find the lost jewels that are hidden in one of 12 chairs. I saw 2 versions of the story when I was growing up, 2 films, one by Mel Brooks and one by Ulrika Ottinger. And it prompted me to read the book when I was in college. And I think it right from jump, I was really interested in adapting this story, which is so specific to Russian satire from 1928, into an American 21st century kind of comedy, which I think, the beauty of 12 Chairs is that it really, the story kind of maps on to whatever era of comedy that it's in. The themes of 12 Chairs really revolve around individualism versus collectivism. And so much of the play is all these people trying to gain something for themselves individually, to try and achieve glory and personal success, or regain their old noble status, or really just like to survive on their own. But I think as a lot of the characters learn as the play goes on, the only thing we really have to keep each other safe and to keep each other happy is each other. As a modern audience watches this show, which it is a period piece, but it's a period piece. But it's so much of it is grounded in 21st century themes and ideas and jokes and concepts. Like the Father Fyodor is sort of supposed to be like a hustle culture influencer, and I think as these characters grow and shift away from caring only about themselves to caring about each other, I think what I really, really want audiences to come away with is a vision of how our world could be. I want audiences to come away from 12 Chairs really thinking about what our society could be if we cared about the collective as much as we cared about any one individual person. Being here at the O'Neill I mean, it's a crazy dream for me, because applying here and not getting in but almost getting in was the thing that told me, oh, I could write plays. So it's a very cool emotional experience being back here. I remember watching the In the Heights video that Lin-Manuel Miranda shot at the O'Neill when I was in high school. So it's very wonderful full circle thing to be developing 12 Chairs here. Being here at the O'Neill and developing 12 Chairs is a really wonderful kind of whirlwind of an experience because we have the time to really sit down with the script, with our actors, with our director, in a very focused and generous environment. And having the space to solely work on this piece where we kind of live and breathe this show for the week that we're all together, uh, it instilled in me a kind of rigor that I think is really, really important in the revision process. We did a giant, giant revision of this play that required full reprints and, hundreds of pages of changes and new text and new scenes. So it was a really wonderful, controlled, and open environment to just explore this play in. I think the O'Neill is really one of those last purely developmental hubs for playwrights. Sadly, I think with you know the effects of COVID and the effects of you know trying to make art under neoliberal capitalism, I think it's just there's a lot of pitfalls in trying to create an environment that is more growth based than it is product based. And I think having the space at the O'Neill to not have to worry about um, I don't know what to not have to worry about like doing a full on presentation or worry about having to impress people or um, make a showing, but rather figuring out how the play works and what you want to do with it as a writer, and how your actors interact with it and how your director kind of navigates it in the room. I think it's a very rare opportunity. And it's rare that you get to do it in such a controlled environment where there are no distractions from outside things. It just purely is a place where you kind of live and breathe your play for a little bit.